Hi everyone, welcome to another story from the book My Bible Friends. And you can read this story as well from the Bible in the book of Daniel. The title is Daniel and the Lions. Many years had gone by since Daniel had been a prisoner to Babylon. He had grown up to be a wise man, and the king loved him so much, and so he set Daniel to be a ruler next to himself over all the people of the kingdom, over all the wise men of the kingdom. The princess became very angry or jealous with Daniel, and so they tried to find fault in Daniel, but they cannot find any. So they only can find one thing, and that is about Daniel's praying to his God. At last, they found an idea to get Daniel. Have you seen Daniel open his window toward Jerusalem morning, noon, and night? Said the other naughty prince. Well, said the other one, we'll write a law that anyone who prays to any god except the king for 30 days will be thrown into the lion's den. And then the king will be so happy for that, and he will not think of Daniel. He will, and they all laugh and say, ha ha ha. They're so happy that if they do this, then Daniel will be thrown into the lion's den. O king, they said, we wish to honor you. And then they let the king sign to the law that they made, and that law could not be changed, that anyone who will worship aside from the king will be thrown into the den. Messengers were stationed on the city streets to read the new law to the people. Hear ye, shouted the messengers. He who prays to any god other than the king for 30 days shall be thrown into the lion's den. Fathers and mothers stopped to listen. Boys and girls stopped to listen. Daniel stopped to listen to the reading of the strange new law. Some of the princes hurried down the street that led to Daniel's house. They hid where they could see the window that he always opened when he prayed. They saw Daniel come home and go into the house. Would Daniel open his window and pray as always? Perhaps he would pray in another room today. Maybe he wouldn't pray at all. So we will see. Daniel's window opened wide. The princess saw Daniel kneel at the open window, and they heard him pray to God of heaven. They didn't wait for Daniel to say Amen. They raced to tell the king what Daniel did. So by doing this, they will get rid of Daniel. The king was sad, so sad for his friend Daniel. He was very sorry that he had sealed the law. Guards brought Daniel to the lion's den. Other guards rolled away the stone from the opening to the den. The lions were hungry. They growled. They roared so loudly the ground trembled. They threw him down among the roaring lions and then rolled the stone back in place. Suddenly, everything became quiet. The lions no longer roared. The ground no longer trembled. The proud princes smiled at one another. They were rid of Daniel. They were sure they would never see him again. But the king wept. Day turned into night. The moon came up. Hundreds and hundreds of stars sparkled in the dark night sky. But you know what? The king couldn't sleep. He doesn't want to eat, and he won't allow any music to be played. The king couldn't sleep at all. From time to time, he listened toward the window. Often on other nights, the lion roared, but Tonight, the lions were quiet. So the king tried to listen and listen all the time. Next morning, as soon as the sky began to come light, the king sent for his guard and hurried to the lion's den. The guard rolled away the heavy stone. Anxiously, the king called down into the den, "Daniel, has your God, whom you serve, been able to deliver you from the lions?" Would Daniel answer? Was he still alive? We'll see. From down in the lion's den came Daniel's quiet voice. "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lion's mouth so that they have not hurt me." My friends, only God can do this thing. He can shut the lion's mouth because He created them. So, what is important is for us to trust Him, just like Daniel. Even Daniel was thrown into the lion's den because of his friend's jealousy. Joyfully, the king ordered the guard to take Daniel up out of the lion's den. The guard let down the rope to Daniel. Hardly was Daniel out of the den when the lions began to roar and the ground trembled again. But there was Daniel. No tear in Daniel's clothes, no claw mark. Daniel was alive, and not even a scratch on his face. But the princes were very jealous. We're not happy. We're not happy that Daniel was back again. If God was able to send an angel to shut the lion's mouth to keep them from hurting Daniel, so God can do the same to us. God can send His angels to watch us and to protect us, and because He loves us so much. In His book, the Bible, God said, "The Lord camps around those who fear," meaning love God, "and He saves them." Psalm 34:7. Do you love Jesus? I love Him too much. I love my God so much that I will do everything for Him. My husband love Him too. Hope you will love Him. Bye.